Dawn fractures over the Gulf of Patras, illuminating the polished teak decks of the Rio. Don John stands resolute beside his Genoese cartographer and Venetian admiral, tracing the enemy's dark silhouette across a waxed map. The fleet holds its breath, waiting for the command that will ignite. As the sun climbs higher, the Spanish tercios lock into formation on the San Marcos weather deck. Polished breastplates catch the morning light while pikes rise like a steel forest. Their synchronized boots strike the timber, driving forward as along the eastern wing, the Venetian coxswain wrestles the heavy tiller, his weathered hands dictating the rhythm of survival. Oars bite into the churning water while a crossbowman crouches near the bow. Every muscle strains in unison, steering the galley into the opening engagement with calculated precision. Within the papal division, a Jesuit chaplain clasps an iron crucifix as Marines load their matchlocks. Sunlight pierces the gun ports, illuminating engraved cuirasses and tense faces. A whispered blessing echoes across the deck before the trigger falls, sending. At high noon, the Genoese captain stands at the prow, his mail hauberk gleaming under the relentless sun. Beside him, shield and axe are tested for balance. Sweat tracks down their forearms as they brace against the rail, muscles coiled and ready to swing across the gap into the storm. Across the water, the Ottoman flagship Sultana cuts a deliberate path through the waves. Kapudan Pasha Müezzinzade Ali watches the Christian vanguard with cold calculation. His guard grips a curved yataghan while the standard-bearer steadies the silk pennant against the salt wind. On the southern flank, the corsair Uluj Ali surveys the battlefield through a brass telescope. His lieutenant adjusts leather harnesses while deckhands secure coiled ropes. With a sharp command, the fleet sweeps in a wide arc, aiming to outmaneuver the Christian right and strike at the vulnerable. As the afternoon light deepens into amber, the Ottoman port wing braces for impact. A seasoned captain points toward the approaching hulls, while a young archer draws his composite bow. Every sailor shifts his footing, weapons raised and eyes locked, prepared to shatter any Christian. Twilight descends as the battle devolves into brutal close quarters. Janissary warriors leap across the churning gap between hulls, their curved blades flashing in the dying light. A grappling hook bites into the Christian rail while a reinforced buckler deflects incoming strikes, carving a Nightfall brings no respite, only a darker theater of war. On the Holy League's center deck, a veteran arquebusier aims his long barrel into the gloom. A powder boy steadies the brass horn as the match ignites, sending a bright flash and lead ball tearing through the ink-black water. Beneath the starless sky, Ottoman gunners maintain a relentless rhythm at the bronze cannon ports. A master gunner packs the charge with a heavy ramrod, while a ludo offers a glowing iron shot. The vessel shudders as the cannon erupts, sending a thunderous roar across the darkened sea. In the suffocating dark below deck, the hidden engine of the Ottoman fleet pushes forward. Bare shoulders gleam with sweat as veteran and slave alike drive heavy oars into the black water. Their synchronized strokes echo through the hull, a relentless mechanical heartbeat sustaining the war machine above. Before the second dawn breaks, the Christian right launches a decisive assault. A Spanish Marine leaps onto the enemy deck, broadsword raised high, while a Genoese companion braces a heavy shield. Their coordinated advance shatters the Ottoman defensive line, turning the tide with relentless steel. The morning sun reveals the crumbling Ottoman center. On the stern of the Sultana, the Kapudan Pasha grips his command staff, his gaze fixed on the retreating fleet. With a heavy sigh, he signals the remaining vessels to fall back, initiating the final, desperate maneuver of the campaign. Victory ignites the Christian command as Don John raises his baton toward the fleeing enemy. A Genoese admiral checks the astrolabe, while a Venetian officer points toward the shattered Ottoman line. The galleys surge forward in pursuit, oars churning the water as the Holy League closes. Amidst a retreating chaos, quiet resilience holds the fractured fleet together. A seasoned Ottoman medic presses a linen bandage against a deep wound, while an assistant offers water from a clay skin. A guard stands watch with a curved saber, scanning the horizon for any lingering. The sea holds its breath, honoring the fallen. On captured decks, victory's cost is heavy. A surgeon presses firm on a shattered arm. A chaplain murmurs prayers beside an iron cross. A weary soldier. As evening paints the sky in deep gold, the victors hold a silent vigil on the center deck. A standard-bearer raises the crimson banner high while a veteran marine sharpens his blade. A young page steadies a brass lantern, its warm glow reflecting off the polished steel. In the final hours of the 8th, a lone Ottoman galley slips beneath the waves. On the tilting stern, a standard-bearer raises his pole despite the rising tide. His loyal guard steps forward with a drawn saber, maintaining a quiet defiance as the dark dawn breaks over the rugged coast of Lepanto, marking the end of a historic clash. Don John stands at the water's edge, his crimson cloak billowing as the triumphant fleet turns toward home. The Mediterranean waters grow calm, forever etching the battle's legacy